Chisaki, Blue Futon, we're going in the box with... Ew, that was gross. Barton Fink? Have I seen this movie? No. Let me go watch Barton Fink, one of the older Coen Brothers movies. Or maybe just one of them. Oh, it's both by both. Wait, it says filmed by Joel and Coen, but it says on the back it's only Joel. What's going on here? Conspiracy! It's about a screenwriter from New York who did plays. Hollywood calls him and says, I need you to come down here. We pay you weekly, and we want you to write for us because apparently that play in New York was fantastic, and we think Hollywood could use you for screenplays. And they want him to write a wrestler movie because in the 40s, that's what were big, I guess, was wrestling movies. But he's getting writer block because he doesn't know what a wrestler does. It's not his world, and he wants to make stuff for the common man. But is he a common man? Because in this movie, you have John Turturro, John Goodman, and Steve Buscemi as others, and the father from Frasier. But what I like about this movie, if you like Coen Brothers movies, you're going to like this. Coen Brothers movies are written at a way that you're not supposed to really understand the story, in my opinion. They kind of throw things at you, and they make you think of what you want to think. It's not like they want you to think for them. They want you to think what they're thinking on some levels. Like I said, does that make sense? No, because I don't know what this story means. To be bluntly honest, I watched it, I went to the Wikipedia page, and when you have a Wikipedia page that long of trying to explain what a picture frame is, what John Goodman's character is, what the hotel represents, what this represents, what Hollywood represents, what this represents, and what this represents, and the drinking represents, and you're just like, oh God, should a movie have this much what ifs? And if it's supposed to, congratulations, because this one does. There's two scenes in particular, the photo on the wall and the ending of the movie. I'm like, I don't know if I understand that at all. I do understand the whole story of Hollywood swallows people up, and if they don't shape to how they want you to shape, they will say, F you, I own you, you still owe me stuff, but I don't care, you're going to do what I want to do because you are my property now. Anything you write is mine, and I understand the whole Hollywood view of that because I think that's what the Coen Brothers are trying to do because Hollywood will swallow you up, and that's why there's a lot of actors now that are moving out of California or retiring early, like Cameron Diaz. I'm pretty sure she's like, I'm done. And you have other, like Gene Hackman, I'm done. You have a lot of these actors that are just like, don't have to deal with this. I already have my money. I'm good. Don't have to deal with the BS. There are people like that, and I don't know if this movie is supposed to be like that, of how Hollywood takes your soul. Because I think that's what John Goodman's character is supposed to be, as well as this hotel of slowly degrading. Because, like I said, the main person, the studio head, has never heard of this hotel. And then at the very end, it just goes to crazy, like, hell. Police are after people. Hotel's going on fire. And you don't know who is what in the story, because is it all in his head? Is it satirical? How did this person die? Like, there's a lot of what ifs in the story, and I read it, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And I don't want to go in depth with this, because if I want to go in depth with this movie, it might be as long as the movie if I talk about each scene in this movie, because you're just like, the drinking is that representing what you're going to be in Hollywood, because you're getting pushed around and people want you to be what they want you to be, except you being original, because you can't write original stuff anymore, because Hollywood wants you to just print out what they want you to do. More wrestling movies. I'm saying wrestling really fast. But I don't know, is this supposed to be like that? But the hallway scene of like a person getting murdered, as well as what's in the container, what's in the box, as well as John Goodman running through this burning hallway in the hotel. Does this hotel even exist? Is it all in his head? It can't be all in his head, but I think the fire... I don't know. Like I said, in the picture, there's a lot of what-ifs in this movie, and you don't know what you really can believe. But it's a movie where you watch for 2 hours, and you're stuck on the screen because you are curious what happens next. And the movie does that, that's a thumbs up. But the movie as a whole, I'm confused. This might be one where you watch over and over and over again to see the little like nitpicks, like, oh. But that's what the Coen Brothers do. So you either love them or hate them, and that's what the Coen Brothers are. People know them, people love their movies, or they hate their movies. That is that. So Barton Fink will receive a 3 out of 5 Blue Futons, which equals a 60%. Yes, it's positive because I feel like if I watch this again, I might like it more, or I might like it less. But right now, I'm giving it a positive to let you guys watch it to see what you think. This is one of those movies you probably not have heard of. It only made like $6 million on a $9 million budget, but they get nominated for 3 Oscars in '91. And also the USO scene was kind of weird as well. I think he's trying to be for the common man. Like he's really like, oh, I'm for the common man. And I want to know what they do, but he puts himself higher than the common man and he thinks he's better than everyone else. Like the soldiers going to war at USO, he's like, I'm a writer, and so he starts a fight at USO, which is kind of a funny scene, but it makes you think like, is he in over himself? But let's see what the critics and user scores gave Barton Fink. Okay, you have the critics a 90% and the user scores at 89%. Here's the critic consensus. Twisty and unsettling, the Coen brothers' satire tale of a 1940s playwright struggling with writer's block is packed with a trademark sense of humor and terrific performances from its cast. I mean, yes, satire humor, check. Terrific performances from the cast, check. I need to open my mouth a little more, but I like talking fast because that's my whole niche. Is it a good niche? I don't know. Now I'm digressing again. But like I said, it's one of those movies, maybe people love the Coen brothers so much they gave it such a high rating, kind of like Big Lebowski. I do not understand the love for that movie. That I'm like, I don't get the Big Lebowski at all. Maybe it's another one I got to rewatch again. Maybe that's the whole start. Because, of course, you have people love Burn After Reading, or they also hate Burn After Reading. I also love the scene where Brad Pitt's like, ha, ha, and he gets shot and killed. That's funny. But Barton Fink, are you with my 60 or the 90 critics, 89 users? This is a weird one, guys. Check out the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about Blue Futonitopia. You Blue Futonians. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Seriously, what do you think of Barton Fink? Am I wrong with this 60? Do I need to go higher? Or is this one of the movies that you just like, hey, Chase, rewatch it again, watch this scene, pay more attention to this scene, or watch this scene. But like I said, it's the picture frame, beginning, and the last frame of the movie where I'm like, what is that symbolic message? But this is a very symbolic movie, guys. So if you don't like symbolic movies, you might not like this movie.